Almost 1,000 years ago, the Fremont people in northwest Utah made this rock art in an astounding place. How did they get up there?
So Range Creek runs through the center of Range Creek Canyon, and it's a perennial creek. And then the cliff sides are, 900 feet above that to it, and rising and kind of winding along the creek.
Up inside those cliffs, the Fremont built probably hundreds of granaries to store corn, and more than 100 are still there, perched in the most improbable places. One of those places has been given a very modern name, Locomotive Rock.
It's actually a freestanding pinnacle, Locomotive Rock is. And so we did the first post-Fremont ascent of it, and and it found a bunch of sites on the pinnacle, all around the pinnacle, tucked around it. There's also an incredible rock art panel at the very top of this thing. So it's the famous one that everyone cites for the canyon, and it's carved onto this face that has an undercut under it that's at least 15 feet, and that's 90 feet above the ground. And I was the first one that rappelled down to it to really get a close look, and I actually found a couple of footholds and a little crimp on the left hand that you could have stood there and pecked this very elaborate petroglyph. However, I don't know how you'd get out from under the overhang, so I think they must have built some sort of scaffold, since we know that they could do that, to get the person out there. But then I think they actually kind of hung from the cliff and pecked these very beautiful, elaborate petroglyphs, and that's mind-blowing.
A pictograph carved over a rock overhang where only the gods could see it. That doesn't seem like something done for purely utilitarian purposes. Maybe this ancient people also took some pleasure in scaling the cliffs and showing off what they could do there. In other words, maybe what they felt about climbing was very similar to what has been felt by many so-called modern climbers.